I think most of you may have done this stance before, but some of you may not. So we're just going to do a quick check on furadachi, which is the stance you're going to make in the next movement, which sort of means a rooted stance, a movable stance, grounded stance, whatever. So basically, you're going to be in Zenkatadachi. Yeah, so you're going to be in front stance. Some people may do it slightly shorter than front stance. Some people may do it slightly wider than front stance. But front stance is a good place to start. Yeah, so maybe think the same sort of width and length. About, don't even normally like to use numbers, but if you think maybe 55, 60% of your weight is going to be on the front leg, and then about 45, 40% is going to be on your back leg. You're going to turn your front foot in slightly, and your back knee is going to be braced out like a kibarachi. Yeah, so this is furadachi. It's a very solid stance. It's a very deep stance. It's a low stance. It's a rooted stance, okay, guys? So this is sort of a very slow, strong, powerful movement. There's a kata called Soshin, 90% of which is done entirely in this stance, yeah, guys? So it's a bit of a training stance. But yeah, so this is going to be the next move. So the back foot, so if that's my back foot straight, like I say, think of the back knee turning out, almost like that kibarachi position. Just please do the first few movements that you've just done with Sensei Huckle and get to that kibarachi position and then hold. When you're ready, off you go. So feet together, right hand on top. Yeah, off you go. So you've got your left leg going to the front, right hand is on top in kibarachi. Okay, guys? So your right hand and your right leg are going to go to the back of the dojo. Okay, so if I turn to face this way, so that's the front, this is the direction you're facing, and that's the back. That's the way you're going to go. From here, the right hand is going to come underneath. The right hand is going to come underneath. As it comes underneath, you're going to make a very small step with the right leg, and you're going to block Tati Shito in furadachi. So it's only a very small movement with the left foot, turning ever so slightly in, a very small step with the right. The right hand is going to come underneath and block Tati Shito in furadachi to the back of the dojo. Try it. So Tati Shito, the left hand is hikisei. Tati Shito, almost think of it as a straight arm shuto. So regular shuto, very, very deep elbow bend. Tati Shito, almost think of it as a straight arm, though there is a slight bend in the elbow. There's a deep bend in the wrist, blocking out this way. Good, and this right hand and right leg is going right to the back of the dojo, and you're in that furadachi stance. From here, you're in furadachi. Again, guys, I know you're facing the back, just spin to see, please. I'll be facing this way so you can see. You're going to drive your back leg into front stance. So we're not stepping, you're driving that straight, yeah? So all of the things we've talked about before, sort of that floor-foot connection where you're pushing your heel into the floor, you're squeezing your hamstrings, you're squeezing the glute that fires the hip, you're pushing the chest. As you do that, you're going to punch Tatizuki with the left, yeah? So the exercise Sensei Huckle often does, Yorazuki, Tatizuki. So it's about this half punch, yeah? As you punch with the left, you're going to pull and catch with the right, yeah? So guys, imagine sort of you've blocked with the Tati Shito here, you've blocked, you've caught, you're pulling on to the punch, yeah? So they meet halfway, the right will come back, so you're gonna bend this wrist. You're gonna curl this in as you bend the arm, drive, and pull and punch. And they finish about here, so that Tatizuki position, that's where they meet. Furadachi, so though you can't see my legs, you can see sort of where I've opened, gonna drive, send the weight forward. You've got your right leg forward, in front stance going to the back of the dojo. Your right hand is open, and the left is punching into it. Yeah, we've got to repeat. So you're gonna step with the left leg, the left hand is going to come underneath, and you're going to make Tati Shito again in furadachi. So it's a slow step, left hand comes underneath, and block with the left. Very good. And then guys, it's exactly the same thing here, except this time you're going to drive with the right, punch, pull the left. Hey! Yes, very good. That was good, Bianca. That was sharp. And then guys, we have a third and final Tate Shuto with the right. So your left leg is forward, the left hand is open, the right hand is punching into it. You're going to step, right hand comes underneath, and block with the right. This is number 3. The third and final one is slightly different. Okay, guys? So the next movement, first kiai. Yes, on the next movement on the count is going to be kiai. Your legs are going to do exactly the same thing. So you're going to drive into Zenkutsu, and you're going to catch with the right hand again. But this time, you're going to attack Agi Empi, rise and Empi. Yeah? So we've done this strike a lot in the basics before. And for the black belts, we've done kata with this technique. You know sort of the main points. The first point is the fist must remain close to your body. Yeah? So imagine you're pulling someone onto the elbow. If you pull and allow that hand to come out, obviously it's going to be the hand hitting. Yeah, we want to hit with the elbow. So we need to keep the fist close. So it's the elbow that reaches the target. Second point, if you have the mobility to do it, try and make sure the elbow finishes higher than your hand. So not something like this. You want to make sure that tip is going right up and through the target, and it's palm facing the ear. So it's not palm down to your shoulder, palm to your ear. 2 reasons for this. The first reason, though it's only a very slight difference, it does actually send the pointiest bit of the elbow up, yeah? So obviously you want to be hitting with the hard part of the elbow. Palm down, it's sort of you're getting this flat edge here. Palm in, you're sort of sending the tip up. And the second point, we did this with Naka Sensei. He sort of said, oh, this is much stronger than this. I've never actually tried it myself, but if Naka Sensei says it, I'm sure it's true. Yeah, so those are sort of the 3 points with the elbow. Yeah, the fist is close, so you can hit with the tip. Elbow higher than the hand, and palm to your neck. Yeah, the part you catch here, just think this makes a shuto hand. So from the tate shito, you're going to make shuto hand, you're catching, yeah? So imagine you've got hold of the neck or the head, yeah, you're pulling onto it. You're covering this sort of the funny bone, you know, where you bang your elbow and it sort of, you get that electric shock. You're covering that part of the elbow with the palm of the hand. Yeah, so this next movement, I'll just sort of stay low so you can see. You're in Furudachi, you're going to drive that back hip, fist close, yeah, and kiai. So if that's sort of the elbow going forward, Carl. So I've got my right leg forward, yeah. Yeah, so this is my right leg, left hand, left arm, right hand here. Almost like sort of a diagonal, yeah? Like an A, there, yeah? Okay, guys, from the start, let's see those first 3 movements you did with Sensei Haku. So remember, feet together, right hand on top. You're gonna look to the right, then slow and smooth, split second stop, then to the middle, and then to the left, drop, and block, and catch. So try and make these arms flow, guys. Yeah, so the feeling is, we've talked about this before, it's almost like you're blocking with the left. It's this feeling, yeah? So I'm gonna turn my left side in, left side will come in, the right hand will come underneath, sort of by the elbow, by the armpit, yeah? And then slow and smooth it out. Like I say, this is not, if I show you from here, this is not a big step. See how wide I've got? Just push the left, twist, and then in. You just want to be wide enough that you can drive that back hip in. Yeah, guys, so you don't want to be so narrow. You see how where my feet are almost aligned, I'm losing balance a bit. But you also don't want to be so wide that it sort of negates the hip movement. Yeah, that's sort of the reason Zenkutsu is sort of hip shoulder width. Yeah, obviously if it's too narrow, lose your balance. If it's too wide, sort of hip rotation, it doesn't add any power going forward. Yeah, you want to get that rotation so you can send weight in. So squeeze the left, right hand under, and you step slow and smooth to the back Tati Sho. One quick point about Tati Sho. Try and get that edge of the hand forward. So it's not like you're doing a high five. Edge of the hand, that shuto part of the hand is going forward. Edge. Good. And then from there, it's the punch. So this right hand, the hand in front, does that. Like I said, though it makes this shape, so you're basically punching into it. Yeah. So that's where you finish. Just showing you from there. Like almost like backside eye. Really. Ish. Yeah. That feeling. That feeling. In. Hey! Very good. Shoulders down. This is Chudan, guys. So shoulders down. And your left hand, like I say, is not straight. Yeah, this is Tatizuki. Half punch. Here. Off. Then as you go, again, this is smooth. Yeah, guys. So as soon as that left leg starts to move, your arms are going to go. So your right hand will maybe go slightly forward. The left hand will come underneath. And again, it will sort of come towards the armpits. And then slow and smooth to foot dash. Hey! Good. And then the same pull and punch. 10. Remember, this is front stance now. So that back leg should be nice and straight. And then block again. San. And then from there, with the right leg forward, gonna pull across and Agi MP and Kiai. Yeah. Nice. Okay, guys, and then let's go to the start of the kata and try all of that. Excuse me. So guys, as you know, we're going to be doing Chinte for the next few weeks. Yeah, so we're going to try and cover some of the points, get the basic movement, get the pattern of the kata, and then we're going to start adding a lot more detail. Yeah. So let's try from the off, all of it to that first ki. So for this first one, I'll do it with you. So if you get a bit lost, just watch. Okay. From the start. Hajime. So look to your right, right arm up and over, split second stop, then back to the center, and then left. You're going to step with the left and block up with both hands. Right arm, right leg to the back, in foot dash. Then pull and punch into Zenkurts. Then slow and smooth with the left, and then pull and punch. And then slow and smooth with the right. Keep the fist close. Agi MP and first ki. And then we're going to have one more go. And then we're perhaps going to do one, well, we're going to do one more movement because then it gets a little bit trickier. Guys, one thing I should have said, the Tati Shutos are slow. Yeah, so from this position here, this is slow and then fast. This, slow, and then fast. This, slow, yeah, and then fast. All of our slow movements in shotokan start with a slight quickness. Yeah, so you have that sort of that muscle squeeze, that kime, really, sort of that muscle tension, quick and then intense, and then round, and then quick, and then intense, and then by comparison, bang, then the next move is very fast. And then from here, start a little quick and then intense, bang, intense, bang, intense. So try and think about that. Yeah, guys, don't just be slow and dull and lazy. Yeah, quick and then smooth and round and open. Yep. Up to the first ki again, guys. Go. Okay, and then when you're done, just wait in that first ki position, please. So right leg going to the back, left hand doing the MP, right hand doing the catch. Okay, so we're in front stance. Our right leg is going to the back of the dojo, our left hand is up. You're going to turn and block shuto. Okay, guys, so you're going to block, and this is a regular shuto now, guys. So my weight is on my right leg, my weight is where it needs to be. You're going to turn and block back stance. Itch. And then step and block back stance and shuto. Knee. And then right leg going to the back of the dojo. These are the last two moves we're doing today, yeah, guys. The main point with this first shuto, well, okay, not the main point, lots of points. Let's talk about lots of points, because why not? First point, arms direct. Yeah, so from here, they're not coming out, they're not dropping. Just from here, they're going direct, and block. Yes, that's the first point, the arms. A full preparation, left hand coming to your neck, right hand going straight, and then making that regular shuto in back stance. Yeah, so that's what your arms do. Second point, the weight is on the right leg. When you finish, the weight wants to be on the right leg. Yeah, so the weight is where it needs to be. So all you're going to do is pivot. So for instance, you see this quite a lot. People will almost sort of do this up and down feeling. Yeah, or even worse, they'll allow that weight to come into the middle. Yeah, the weight is where it needs to be. Try and keep it there. Yeah, which leads on to the last point, which is certainly the hardest one, but it's something I've said quite a lot recently. I'm going to continue to say because it's super important. Try not to move your feet. Your feet are moved. Yeah. So from here, I'm going to pull my right hip, which brings that left foot into position. So I'm not thinking left leg step to the front. I'm not doing that. I'm pushing the right hip, pulling the left, using the arms, and that pulls you into the correct position. So don't think step, almost think pivot. Okay, guys, so I want you to try that shuto just 3 or 4 times on your own and try and bear those points in mind. So full preparation, keep the weight over the right leg, and pivot round. Go. Really nice. And then back to the start. So guys, the timing of the kata, that's something we will talk about probably towards the end. Yeah, when we've done everything and everyone knows what they're doing and we've gone into detail, that's when we'll start talking about the pace of the kata. Yeah, like I said, these first few weeks are just going to be learning the pattern, bit of detail, add lots of detail, add the pattern, the pace, and then we'll go for it. Okay, guys? So this time it's going to be exactly the same count, but now full speed and power. Same count, 3 counts. And then up to the first ki. Knee. And then double shuto. 10. Yeah. Hey, and back to the start. And then to finish tonight, guys, and to finish the sequence, it's going to be twice by no count. So the first time I say go, exactly to where you've just finished that shuto, lightly. And then the second time will be fast. Okay, guys? Just one quick point. The tetsui, guys, don't have a straight arm and don't have a bent wrist. Yeah? So from here, sort of if this is just off straight, I tighten the lats, which brings the arm down to that correct position so it's in line with the top of the shoulder. Yeah, like we've sort of said before, if you're hitting anything with a straight arm like this, you'll only do it once, yeah, because you're going to cause it's probably going to hurt a lot and you could potentially cause an awful lot of damage, yeah? So finish with that sort of, not a deep bend, not like a block, but make sure there is a bend in that arm. And then, of course, exactly the same on the opposite side. Okay, guys, lightly, go. And then one more time from the start. Fast. So guys, remember, even though it's fast, the slow movements are still slow, yeah? So you have that pace, slightly quick, and then intense, and then slightly quick, and then intense, and everything squeezes, ready, and then very fast, and slow and smooth, slow and smooth, and then drive. The only thing I don't want to see out for stuff like this, where you sort of going, and then you're sort of adding a little bit onto the slow. So when you do the slow movements, stop. Dead stop, then drive. Don't sort of make it one, if that makes sense, yeah? Definite stop, and then go. Definite stop, and then go. Definite stop, and then ki. Okay, guys, very fast. Hands away. Very good, guys. Really good. Ayame, Honore, and relax. That was very good, everyone. So that's probably about the first third of the kata. Okay, guys, so as you know, black belt katas, senior grade katas tend to be a bit longer than the Heian kata. Try not to let that daunt you. Yeah, we've done Basai Dai, we've done Jian before, which are both much longer than Chinte. Yeah. So try not to let the length of the kata worry you. The moves are different, but they are nothing you can't handle. Yeah, the basic combinations that Sensei Huckle and I will often do sort of in the warm-up or just in other classes are probably a lot more challenging than a lot of the patterns you'll do in kata. Yeah, so you've been able to handle what we do in regular class, you can handle these ones absolutely fine. As usual, there are lots of variations with kata, even more so with senior kata, even sometimes Sensei Huckle and myself do it slightly differently. And I know we do it differently from some of the black belts we have in class. We will do our best to give you as many variations as possible. And then it's up to you to choose which one you prefer. But like I said, we're going to be doing Chinte for the next sort of 4, 5, 6 weeks, maybe. So guys, you've got plenty of time to remember it, to learn it. Lots of videos online. Chinte, Chinte. Great. Us. Us, guys. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Have a lovely evening.